The 2025 Porsche Mission X isn't just another electric concept, it's a statement. A declaration that Porsche isn't content to merely adapt to the electric future, it's determined to dominate it. With the Mission X, Porsche revives the spirit of its most iconic hypercars, blending the raw performance of the Carrera GT and the hybrid genius of the 918 Spider into a futuristic, all-electric masterpiece that challenges the boundaries of speed, design, and sustainability. At first glance, the Mission X appears otherworldly. Its sculpted carbon fiber body seems born from the wind tunnel rather than drawn on a designer's sketchpad. The proportions are unmistakably hypercar-like, low, wide, and aggressive, yet every curve, edge, and surface is functional. The signature Porsche 4-point LED headlights have evolved into something even more menacing, embedded in vertical DRLs that slice through the air like daggers. It's futuristic, but not alien. It's Porsche, evolved. This machine stands at just under 1.2 meters tall, giving it an extremely low-slung profile. Yet, it maintains a strong road presence, enhanced by its massive wheels, 20 inches at the front and 21 inches at the rear. The wheels themselves are a marvel, designed not just for aesthetic impact but for improved cooling of the brakes, with intricate aero blades channeling air precisely where it's needed. And if you're wondering about its color, Rocket Metallic, it's a new finish developed specifically for this car, combining depth, metallic reflection, and a hint of aggression. When the sun hits it just right, it glows like it's alive. But the drama doesn't end on the outside. The way you enter the Mission X is reminiscent of stepping into a spacecraft. The doors open upward and forward, Le Mans style, hinged at the A-pillar and roof, a nod to Porsche's racing DNA. Inside, the cabin is an exhibition of Porsche's vision for performance-focused luxury. The asymmetrical cockpit puts the driver firmly in command. The seat structure is integrated directly into the carbon tub, with the driver and passenger housed in lightweight bucket seats featuring 6-point harnesses. Of course, it's not just for show. The layout is optimized for track use, while still embracing the technology and comforts of a high-end electric GT. The materials inside are lightweight and sustainable, lots of exposed carbon, Alcantara, and leather, mixed with copper-colored accents that echo the car's electric core. The steering wheel is inspired by motorsport, with mode selectors and paddles, though you won't find traditional gears here. A central screen displays critical driving data, while another passenger-facing screen shows performance telemetry, including lap times, G-forces, and more. Porsche didn't just design the Mission X to be fast, it's designed to be analyzed, understood, and mastered. Now, let's talk about what really matters in a hypercar: performance. While Porsche hasn't revealed every spec down to the last detail, it's given us some bold claims. The Mission X aims to become the fastest road-legal vehicle around the Nürburgring Nordschleife, a monumental benchmark in the performance world. It promises a power-to-weight ratio of around 1 horsepower per kilogram. That puts it in the same league as the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport and Koenigsegg Jesko. Considering Porsche's legacy of engineering precision and efficiency, the Mission X could very well achieve this target, and perhaps exceed it. The battery is centrally mounted behind the seats, a layout Porsche calls an E-core concept. This central positioning helps the Mission X achieve near-perfect weight distribution, mimicking the mid-engine layout of traditional hypercars, and offering exceptional balance and agility. The battery uses the latest in solid-state technology, promising faster charging times, longer life, and lower weight. Porsche says it charges nearly twice as fast as the Taycan system, thanks to its 900-volt architecture. That means less time at the charging station, more time on the track. All-wheel drive is, of course, part of the package. With electric motors on each axle, the Mission X is expected to have torque vectoring capabilities that make it razor-sharp through corners. The acceleration? It's going to be brutal. Though exact 0 to 100 km/h times aren't disclosed, insiders estimate it could dip below 2.5 seconds, putting it in elite territory. Top speed should comfortably cross the 300 km/h mark, with some speculating even higher. But the Mission X isn't just about raw numbers. It's about redefining what a Porsche can be in the electric age. Unlike many electric cars that feel distant or sterile, Porsche is obsessed with maintaining a visceral connection between driver and machine. Engineers are reportedly working on artificial feedback systems, not to simulate engine noise, but to communicate tire grip, chassis flex, and suspension dynamics. It's not about recreating combustion, it's about enhancing engagement in new ways. Sustainability, too, plays a central role in the Mission X's development. Porsche envisions it as a beacon for future vehicle development, showcasing how luxury, performance, and environmental responsibility can coexist. The manufacturing process includes recycled materials, low-carbon production, and even new methods of battery recycling. This is a car designed not just for the track, but for a cleaner automotive future. Another standout feature is the active aerodynamics. At high speeds, elements of the bodywork shift and adjust to maximize downforce or reduce drag. A retractable rear wing adjusts automatically, depending on whether you're accelerating on a straight or attacking corners. The rear diffuser, too, plays an active role in shaping airflow. This adaptability means the Mission X can excel both on tight technical circuits and high-speed straights, constantly adjusting to extract maximum performance from any scenario. Let's not forget the Mission X is still a concept, at least for now. But Porsche has made it clear that if public response is positive and feasibility checks out, it could enter limited production. That means a road-legal, Nürburgring dominating electric hypercar with Porsche badges could become reality sooner than we think. And here's the thing, Porsche isn't just using the Mission X to wow car enthusiasts. It's using it to gather data, test technologies, and gauge reactions that will influence the next generation of sports cars and GTs. So even if you never get your hands on a Mission X, its DNA will likely trickle down to future electric 911s, Caymans, and Taycan's. In many ways, the Mission X feels like a love letter to Porsche's motorsport heritage. The spirit of Le Mans lives in its design. The ghost of the 917K echoes in its silhouette. The thrill of the Carrera GT and the innovation of the 918 Spider live on in its engineering. Yet it's forward-facing, embracing electric power not as a compromise, but as an opportunity. Porsche understands that enthusiasts don't just care about speed. They care about feeling. They care about control. They care about the bond between human and machine. And with the Mission X, Porsche seems determined to ensure that bond is not only preserved in the electric era, but intensified. Imagine rolling up in a car like this, doors scissor open, carbon interior glowing under ambient lighting, motors humming with anticipation. You're not just driving a car. You're piloting a symbol of what's to come. The Mission X isn't just Porsche's future, it might be the future of the hypercar itself. Now, let's talk price. Although Porsche hasn't announced any figures, we can make educated guesses. The 918 Spider launched at around $845,000 back in 2015. Adjusted for inflation and factoring in new technology, limited production, and performance, the Mission X could easily cross the $1.5 million mark, possibly even more if it's ultra-exclusive. But for collectors and enthusiasts, price is secondary. What they're paying for is innovation, rarity, and legacy. So, where does the 2025 Mission X stand in the current automotive landscape? It's not just a Tesla Roadster rival or a Bugatti alternative. It's a new breed. A car that carries with it the heritage of one of the most successful performance brands in history while looking into a carbon-neutral, tech-immersed, electrified tomorrow. The world is changing fast. Governments are mandating EV transitions. Combustion engines are on the decline. Yet passion for driving remains. And Porsche, through the Mission X, is trying to prove that electric doesn't mean emotionless. That quiet doesn't mean boring. That future doesn't mean forgetting the past. So whether you're a die-hard petrolhead or a tech-savvy EV lover, the Mission X demands your attention. It isn't just about the next Porsche. It's about the next chapter in performance, period. And if the Mission X is anything to go by, the future might just be more exciting than we ever imagined.